Hello, 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 hello. British People's League back at you after an absence we're guilty of getting in position here. How are you all today? BritishPeoplesLeague.com, BritishPeoplesLeague.com at you this August 4th, 2013. Yours truly, John Beattie. Yes, my sidekick partner on the videos, Sarah, is tied up. Her scheduling just doesn't allow her to get up here in time. We have to do the videos, folks, as you know, right in the studio. It's unfortunate. We've lost a previous guest due to travel, but not Sarah. Sarah has her things to do in Oshawa, and there's a distance. Neither Sarah nor I drive. There's reasons for me not driving. I don't believe a license plate should make anyone who doesn't agree with our British People's League views. I don't see why they should be able to see my license plate and know where I am. Not paranoia. I think it's smart. I think it's very smart. I've survived all these years without being noticed where I'm going and who and how and where and why. Different drivers. And likewise, you know, we have to keep Sarah, I don't want to create any atmosphere that doesn't sound safe and secure. But, you know, we are fortunate to have someone like Sarah who is willing to appear on the videos, and she will be back as soon as possible. So, you know, we don't want her movements known as well. Even though on the her first video she was terrific in pointing out there's nothing to fear, well, there isn't. We're perfectly legal, British People's League. Our views on promoting our people, our race, our culture, our history, our future. How's that for a gulp, a mouthful? But anyway, let's thank Sarah profoundly for her great performance last month on her first video. A lot of fan mail Sarah had for her body language on the show, her brain power. Buttering up, yes, of course. We want her back as soon as possible, and it'll happen. It'll happen. In the meantime, yours truly has the responsibility. The show must go on. Okay, not show in the sense of show business. Show in the sense, a show of confidence with our friends, like one great email to the YouTube network supporting the last show. As he said, it was terrific. Here's an American in California saying, "You are an inspiration to us here in America." This is incredible. This is fantastic. So the email praise, the emails coming in, congratulating Sarah on her first appearance and on her terrific appearance. So there, we don't want to apply too much butter, but let me tell you, it's not exactly easy to get someone to sit beside us here in the studio and, you know, pronounce our views in a positive light. People are still nervous. As one friend in Haliburton County says, everyone's waiting to see who goes first. Well, we have gone first. We're here, we're established, and as Sarah said at the end of the last show, we ain't going away. So that's the scoop there. So we'll just have a little pinch look at, I don't even know what we're going to call today's show. It's sort of a wrap-up of different things going on. Of course, we have our blind copy list, those people who we feel are warranted to receive private emails as to what's going on. And that works very well. We know who our real inner core of true believers are for the BritishPeoplesLeague.com. Now, speaking of true believers, we're going to put a plug in early for our good friends and associates with Candor in the motherland, Britannia. Candor, CANDOUR.org.uk. Candor.org.uk. And I'm really pronouncing them today in particular. As Candor have come out, they have a beautiful book publishing set up over there, and do click into the website. Now, they've come out with a new issue of the old book, The New Unhappy Lords. The New Unhappy Lords by A.K. Chesterton. It's a standard in British white survival. It's a brilliant book. Check it out. Check it out. The New Unhappy Lords. And our good man Robert tips me off that they put a plug in for the British People's League right in the book. And it's a very reasonable price, so check it out. Now, what am I trying to read here? Yes. Well, just the usual reminder that We really can't respect those who don't respect what we're doing. Those people who don't care, or they pretend they don't know what's going on, they know what's going on. Again, we preach to our choir. The choir is building, but we preach to our choir. Leaving it up to you people out there watching the video to get other people to watch these videos, to promote the linkage to these videos, so that you know out there that there's a steady voice for those of British stock around the globe. And we speak to our European cousins, as Sarah promoted on her first video, how proud she is of her Ukrainian heritage through her grandmother. And then she's got the English side, of course, but we don't come out with last names. Give us a little information in one way about our personal details, but on the other hand, we're here, and we have no fear. There's nothing to fear. There's nothing to fear but the word fear and smear itself. So that's sort of repeating in the past. We're going to get a lot of spice in the future, as the regular tuner interviewers out there, as you know. Come February, the new year, we're going to be doing 20-minute videos 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, on world news that is of interest to the white patriots of British stock and our European cousins. And that'll be 5 days a week, as steady as the Drudge Report, as steady as Rush Limbaugh or Sean Hannity or all the big shots. Well, we'll be our big shots. We're going to be our big shots in our own news media network. We don't need the outside garbage, multicultural crap. We've got our own setup now. And I have to put in a plug for YouTube. I mean, this is incredible, the internet world. And here we are, no cost. We do try and think about our webmaster who sets things up down the road. But until we start the shows in the new year in February, till mid-February, we do not intend to ask for donations. As a matter of fact, we don't even want donations till, say, mid-February, when we can prove to you that we're doing a worthy job. Looking for pay? Excuse me. If there was money in this business, don't you think there'd be 50,000 people doing these weekly videos that we're talking about? No, this is pure patriotism. But down the road into the new year, any donations, of course, will be dispersed to get people here on a regular basis, like even covering fare for Sarah to get up here on a regular basis, as the plan is to have her as a joint broadcaster with as many of the shows down the road too, because she's good and qualified. So, what else can we throw at you here? Well, we've got to spice things up a little bit, so thought it would be kind of cute to advertise this boy's personal Facebook. I relate a lot of personal items of my past, and want you to judge if I'm worthy to be spokesperson for the British People's League International Director. So check out the homepage, BritishPeoplesLeague.com, and just down underneath the praise of Sarah, you will see the link to my personal webpage. And I hope it also sparks some interest in our cause and our peoples. Now, living here, what's going on. I had an interesting evening with, how do I put it? Liberals with a social conscience towards our peoples. Hey, that's unique. Usually liberals are promoting all the other races on the planet, but not ours. I think I'm slowly winning this family over, a brother and sister, 50 acres of bush in Halliburton County. Then out of the blue, it was a bit of a shock. The brother, very articulate, successful businessman, and he talked about the sovereignty movement. I've heard of the sovereignty movement. A fellow named Wally Dove, locally here in Halliburton County, he was on our audio shows. We'll have to get Wally sitting beside me. I don't truthfully understand all of it, but it's all I know is that it draws patriotic people. Sovereignty movement is to do with we're human beings rather than licensed people by the bureaucracy or whatever. And I was shocked. Here's this brother that I met for the first time, very intelligent family, and he started in the sovereignty people, sounding like this Wally Dove gentleman. So I must circulate more. I must admit, folks, I've become a bit of a hermit, tied in preaching the word through internet, and the blind copy list gets sometimes too many emails from yours truly. So I am trying to circulate as best I can, get out and about, and yes, the response is great. I still think some people are nervous of what we're up to with our YouTubes, but the viewership's fantastic. Now, it'll be hard to outscoop the YouTube video we did on St. George's Day around April 23rd, and then we had May 24th, Empire Day, and the figures were just incredible for a couple of them. One of the highest figures we've had for video viewership is 532 viewers. Second, and just coming along in second on the racetrack here, is Sarah's appearance, and her fan mail proves it. Up to 108 views of Sarah's. Now, fine and dandy, we could get a professional person in to show us how to put in the key words to really make it go viral, etc. Guess what? We don't want it viral. We don't want it viral. We want people in the choir to fine-tune, to keep the practice with your friends, relatives, and neighbors as to what the British People's League is all about. And those who want more details of what we're all about, then check back through the archives of these videos, all shown on the home page. Whether it's the whitewashing of myself, cleaning up the smears that have been put upon me over the years, etc., which are all truly garbage. And each video, we have the van plan, which is still there. It shall take forth in the spring. These plans, yes, they're well in advance. We are a lobby force for those of British stock around the globe, in conjunction with our friends in the motherland and our British American friends. We want this to be good. We're going to make mistakes like every other organization on the planet, but we're taking our sweet time to make sure things are done methodically, clearly, intelligently, and yet with enthusiasm and inspiration to you out there, our friends, our neighbors, our racial brothers and sisters around the globe. We can inspire. Now, doing 5 days a week, I won't be stalling in between comments as I am today a bit, because I will have to prepare thoroughly. As I said a short while ago, the Drudge Report, you check it out on Google. They give you a lot of the American news and world news, and we can pick out stuff that suits our agenda. What's our agenda? Keeping our peoples free. Keeping our peoples free from world usury, from the corporate system that's strangling us. Revitalizing the pride in our ancestry. And try and promote the young people to marry their own kind, those of British stock, our European cousins, and have babies. Have babies. Oh, we can't afford it, we can't afford it. Baloney, baloney. I believe in one of the previous videos we went into that before. All the second salary covers is the hairdresser, extra time, the extra dry cleaning, the extra car, the extra lunch money, etc. and on goes. And the daycare sitter. Come on, folks. And as far as professionalism, respect, motherhood is the most respected profession on the planet Earth. Never mind the leftist smears and blah, blah, blah. Motherhood is the most respected profession on this planet. So come on, gals. Pack in your career option and start having the babies in your 20s. Never mind waiting for your 30s. You're needed because we're being outbred. It's obvious. The multi-cult mob is outbreeding our peoples around the globe. The figures are showing so. So do think about that, okay? And hey, the 1-800 number, I remember my passed away wife when she was a registered nurse at the Wellesley Hospital in Toronto. She managed to have 3 other nurses pack it in. When they saw her take-home paycheck, well, there's John. I was home teaching the 3 kids at the time. And I could prove that you're better off with one at home because of the tax deductions and everything else. They packed it in, and then they raised their families happily with one of the parents at home. And that's the trouble with a lot of the black crime in the United States, when there's only one parent, period. And and white kids too, who've only got one parent at home. There's big trouble. But the most visible trouble, of course, in the States where there's only one parent is the flash mobs. They call them teenagers, but excuse me, they are black folk. Let's have the videos show that they're black mobs. And it can all be traced back to no family life, latchkey kids. It's pathetic. So these are some of the issues that we will speak on platforms. And as I say that, I have a real grin here. On the Facebook, there was nearly a gift. I don't even pronounce this, special bus. It's like a Winnebago, but it's a Prevost, Prevost, or something similar. I should know it, I'm afraid. And there was an old social credit French-Canadian in Quebec, and he respected our views, equal rights for all our cousins and so on. And we nearly had a finger on this great big beautiful live-in bus situation. Unbelievable. So we got a good photo of it, put it on Facebook, indicating that we're ready to travel, and we are. It may not be in this specific bus, but I'll tell you what, we're ready to travel. And it's not sarcasm in Facebook where I point out that we're ready to roll, but you arrange the private get-together in your home. We'll provide the speakers. We do our best to have yours truly and Sarah come along as a guest speaker as well. But you arrange private in-house get-togethers. I'm really confused and perplexed by the American patriotic white people who rent facilities and all this crap. I mean, they get 100 people. Well, hell, here at the headquarters, we can squeeze 75 in here comfortably to hear talks and speeches. So let's have more in-home gatherings, okay? And we're ready to roll. So check out the Facebook. Well, I've talked about it. I might as well. It's on the homepage, but it's the usual http://www.facebook.com/John Beattie Beattie 7505. Again, www.facebook.com/John Beattie.7505. So it gives you, some of the things I have proudly accomplished. Again, if I'm going to be your spokesperson, and come the spring of 2014, then we will be asking for financial donations for the British People's League to pay for gas, hamburgers for the picketers on the van plan, etc. There's not a dime, what would you call, profit. The web person deserves something. That's all down the road. But we are planning each step. We're not going to lose. We're not going to fail. How can we? Our peoples throughout history, our Viking ancestry. We know the menu. We know the schedule, and so do you. So relax. We'll get there. We'll get there. And if there's someone out there who would like to be a guest on the show, welcome. There was an offer from someone who's prominent about a month ago. But unfortunately, they got to travel all the way to here, the studio, and the travel makes it a bit awkward. But I say to you, if you know someone who's a guest, a patriot, a white patriot, a British or European stock, let us know at britishcanada@gmail.com. britishcanada@gmail.com. All your emails are answered promptly. So thanks again, folks, for tuning in. And thank you, Sarah, for your terrific first appearance. And get back here as soon as you can, young lady. And that's it, folks. We're rocking and rolling with the British People's League. And thank you ever so much for tuning in. And we'll be back at you when it's convenient. Okay? We have a lot on our plate these days. So we'll get back at you, certainly no longer than a month away. Goodbye for now.